Hello, TikTokers. Welcome to Real Law Talk. This is going to be an analysis of the case of the people of the state of New York v. Trump now that we've seen the indictment. We don't do politics here. Who you voted for is absolutely of no concern to me. This is strictly an analysis of the legal case. So if this makes you angry, that's fine. But this is not about politics. This is about the analysis of a case and what happens in court. I've personally handled hundreds of grand jury cases. So this is the opinion I'm going to issue on this case, and I've said this publicly. I've said this on TV. This is a very weak case. To begin with, the indictment itself doesn't specify the crime, the felony. Additionally, there are serious statute of limitations issues: 5 years for a felony, 2 years for a misdemeanor, and what crime was actually committed. If the goal for Trump was to influence the election, all these payments, all these crimes that are in the indictment were after he was elected president. So that's going to be very difficult to argue. An additional issue that you have is one of the main witnesses in this case, and I make no political judgments, please understand this, is Michael Cohen. It is very rare to have someone as a witness who you get to cross-examine that is actually a convicted perjurer. In the way of courtroom testimony, that is the worst witness you can have, is someone who's actually not been convicted of drugs or running guns, which is often the case when somebody has cooperators in a criminal case. You actually have a person that was told he was going to be honest, then he wasn't. In most cases, there's someone who's committed the crime with let's say the drug lord, and they've helped ship the cocaine or they've helped do this. They haven't lied. They've just committed the crimes on behalf of him. Secondly, how do we get to Mr. Trump himself committing these crimes? Who's going to say he put these items in a ledger book? The biggest issue I see in the case right now is it's facially insufficient and the statute of limitations. I don't see how we get past that, how the court gets past that, because the statute says you have to be continuously out of the state for it to what's called toll, meaning not apply. Well, when Trump was president, he would come to New York all the time. And the authorities always knew where he was, 1600 Pennsylvania Ave. So there are glaring holes in this case. What's going to happen next is the Trump lawyers are going to make motions. Look out for this. There's something called the Bill of Particulars. This is where the prosecutor has to give out all the information, name and place of the crime, nature of the crime. And that's going to give a lot more answers to the defense about what he's actually being charged with. So be aware of that. Also be aware of a change of venue to try to move it to another county in New York City because of the vast majority of people who voted in Manhattan are anti-Trump. I don't know how that's going to go. But that is the one thing that can be appealed to the appellate division. So there's a lot more to come. This case is unique and it's historic and it's the most important legal case we've ever had because it's against the former president. And this is not politics. We do not take political stand. I do not care who you voted for. And please don't come after me with politics because I have no dog in this fight. This is a bad legal case that a prosecutor anywhere would have second thoughts about. And that's Real Law Talk.